So I came back from this second trip, which was about 10 days ago now. And I was like, oh, you know, I'm weeks behind everybody else. I'll go and gear up quickly. And I had the smart idea, for some reason, to go and raid a bastion. I was like, oh, you know, this is easy pickings. You can get some good loot in the bastions, blah, blah, blah. And I got murdered, you know, multiple times by these piglins. Yeah. So I came out the other side worse off than when I went in. And I was pretty devastated. So essentially, I've been starting back from nothing, just like I said to you on the text, about 7 days ago. And I don't know whether you saw this group that went into the end. So they made this ice bridge just away from the main island, just out of the outer end islands. So I figured, you know, maybe the end is ironically safer than the nether. So I've just been scooting around the end recently, trying to gear up, kind of shortcutting stuff. Although I very much appreciate, I should say, the fact that you're selling all these wonderful books. If I could buy the books, I would buy them. I just don't have the diamonds to buy them. That's one of the issues.
Well, what do you need?
Well, now I don't need too much because the end's been very, very generous to me. I don't know why I got my sword out then. Just flicking through my items. But I could definitely buy some mending books.
If you need some, just feel free to take them.
Well, I mean, thank you. I have the diamonds now from the end. Did you go on this end mission?
I did not. I completely missed it. Work for me as well has been kind of crazy.
How about this for a trade? So you didn't go to the end. How about a shulker box for a mending book?
Oh, that is, well, that's 2 mending books right there.
I will take 2. I will certainly take 2.
And if you need breaking or anything, yeah, definitely go for that.
Mending's behind me, isn't it? Mending's on the central one. Yeah. I will gladly take 2, thank you. Because mending is obviously the most important enchantment.
Do I still have 4 diamonds on this? This should be 3. Well, I got a little bit extra in there, so.
You see, there was brief discussion in the Discord that these prices were slightly high, so yeah, I think 4 diamonds for mending is...
Yeah.
We can get that down, can't we? We can get it down.
Yeah, I just need some levels so I can rename all the books. Yeah. And I need iron so I can have an anvil. That's the main hold up with the price changes. I haven't made a farm yet, but might as well take some of everyone's hard-earned diamonds and reinvest it.
Well, this is a diamond farm. That's what you're farming. You're farming diamonds from people.
It was a lot of work.
Welcome back, everybody, to Whimsicraft episode 2. I hope you enjoyed the last one. It was a weird one, like I said. I skipped a lot of stuff that I had actually recorded in favour of just jumping ahead to where we are now, which I think has worked out quite well. If you do want to catch up on the very early parts of the server, like I said, there's plenty of people's videos you can watch. But, you know, at the end of the last episode, we discovered something quite unusual in the landscape. This ravine, filled with magma, filled with blackstone. Something very unusual is going on. Looks a bit volcanic to me. Looks like the world is rifting apart. I really do not want to fall in one of these by accident. So, to work out what's going on here, we are going to have to do some research, some scientific research. And in order to conduct this research, we need a research station. So I have started building this. I think it's looking good so far. I've laid the kind of groundwork. This is based on a design that I saw on Pinstagram, I think that's what it's called. Pinterest, not Pinstagram. I'll link it in the description. I really like the design. There wasn't a tutorial, so I kind of like co-opted the design, and I'm doing it block by block myself. It's looking quite good so far. We'll see how it turns out in the end. And the sun is setting again. So I've built these 2 pods, which will house certain bits of our scientific equipment. And I'm about to start building the main part of the station. And I've been doing a lot of resource collecting. Concrete in particular is a real pain to get. I hate it. I wish there was an easier way to get it without installing mods and such. I know there's some that you can install that will make concrete production easier. but I am a purist. Everyone on the server knows this. And I have mods, obviously I'm playing with them now, but mostly quality of life. I don't like the way that mods can change gameplay too much. I think that the game is very well designed. Probably that's a contentious statement. Some people would argue with that, but still. Right, so we're going to get started on this second part of the research station, and then we're going to do some more investigation of what's happening in this region, because what we do not want is some kind of natural disaster that will be very dangerous for 8 Mice and I, who unfortunately decided to set up camp right near where this rift originated. Also, Matt over here is pretty close to this rift, so we're going to have to work out what's going on. So I'm going to get building again, we'll do a time lapse, and I'll see you soon. Welcome back, everybody. Wow, that was quite a task, wasn't it? What do you think of this thing? Hopefully in the time lapse you saw these different parts being built. We've got these 2 modules here, and we've got the main area, and I added this extra part on top, which was in this initial design I was working off. I think I've replicated it quite well. It's empty at the moment, of course. I still need to finish off some of these bricks, actually. It would look better if it's not built upon grass. One thing I have added is this little room down here, which we can use for something. I guess in the original design this is just completely either empty space or it's one big cobblestone plinth that everything else is built upon. But I thought, we can make some use of the space that's down here. Underneath here I might do some more work. It's a little plain, just got exposed torches to keep the mobs away. But I think in general I'm very happy. It's going to serve its purpose, of course. Here's a present that was left for me by Moosh. Thank you, Moosh. I'll pick that up in a second. Yeah, there's a lot of work to do inside. This is the interior, completely empty, as I say. We're going to turn these, I think, into rock storage. So the idea, of course, is that we'll be investigating this volcanic rift that has appeared at the back of our island. We're going to work out what's going on with that, because something suspicious is happening on the server, I can tell you that. Up here is the way that I have decided to get into this part here. I could have made a better way, I think, perhaps going up through one of those modules there, but I think this ladder works perfectly well. I like it. Lots of space to build stuff. I do like doing interiors. Yeah, I find them quite relaxing in a way. The exterior is one thing, but the interior is my favourite part, so I'm quite excited. But we're not going to do that now. The next task is a bit of a detour, actually. I'm finding myself always short of rockets, always. And sugarcane is not a problem. It's gunpowder that's the problem. Now, someone on the server, I think it was Finn, but I could be wrong, has plans to do a creeper farm. So I'm not going to do a creeper farm. There's other things I do want. And a witch farm would allow me to get some gunpowder at the same time. So what we're going to do is we're going to find a witch hut, and we're going to build a witch farm. We're going to wait there, stock up on gunpowder and also some glowstone and redstone, which we will need shortly. So there's multiple reasons to build this farm, but mostly I need to get around a lot easier. I'm using a rocket like there's no tomorrow, and I could kill creepers during the night, but that's not really a fun or sustainable way. I think building a witch farm would be good. Cool, well I'll see you over there once I've found the witch hut. Okay, so we're on the way to the swamp now to find the witch hut. In fact, I've already found it, I've just come a little bit away. I had to visit a village quickly just to grab a bed, because when I got here I couldn't sleep. There were lots of creepy crawlies around, and I just couldn't miss the chance to get the resources from one of these stony peaks. This is just the best biome in Minecraft, honestly. Like, I just can't get over how easy it is to get the iron and to get the coal. But I don't have an iron farm on the server yet, which is a bit of a frustration. Lots of people, when we were planning what to do, they've said, oh yeah, I'll do this, I'll do this, I'll do this, and they haven't appeared yet, which is fair enough, you know, people are busy. But iron, for me, has been in short supply. So, as I say, with my trusty Fortune 3 pick, I'm certainly not going to miss a chance to stop off here and take what I can. What do I have now? Oh, a stack and a half. Good, 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 good. Plenty of coal as well, which is always useful. Down there is the next bit. Also helps to get a little bit of XP to mend up these tools. It's just one. Okay, last coal over here. So the witch hut should be over here. We're going to go and kill the witch. Then take it for ourselves. So where are we? I've already left my shulker box on it. Ah, there, I can see the torch. Yes. And the shulker box is just rendered in. That's funny. Funny how some things don't render, isn't it? Okay, let's put this bed down quickly. That's why I went to the village. I needed a bed to skip these nights. Okay, alright, let's go and put a few things in there. I'll put the coal into. These are the supplies to build it, of course. We want to make a bit of space. Yeah, we're going to clear out some of this land because we need space to work. I'm going to find that witch, get rid of her somehow. Although it's a bit of a useless thing because I'll just spawn another one. That's the whole point of coming to the witch hut. But yeah, we'll make some progress, we'll make some space, which is the most important thing. It's going to be very hard to work without space, and then I'll bring you guys back. So, we had a little accident with the witch hut. A creeper took off the corner, which is, yeah, it's a shame, but, you know, she was being evicted anyway. I don't see it being that big of a deal. I mean, her time was limited. I've cleared out a decent amount of land here. I hate these skeletons. Did skeletons get better, like, recently in Minecraft? Because they just seem to be so annoying now. They've always been annoying. Oh, this one has a chance of birds, probably why. Yeah, I've cleared out a lot of the land, which will make it easy to work. There we go. And we're going to follow a tutorial, which I found on YouTube. I have built a witch farm before, and I know the mechanics, it's very simple. But I'm not going to use the minecart killing system, which they propose in that tutorial, simply because I think looting will be more helpful in this case. I really want the drops, I want the gunpowder, I want the glowstone, and I want the redstone. They're three very important things, and if I can increase the proportion of each of them by using looting, then I will definitely do it. So we're going to build this. Oh, these are great. I love these things. Oh, there she is. I didn't manage to kill her, so I guess that was her, unless she just spawned in the night. Yeah, we're going to start this off. I'll go into a time lapse, and at the end, it's not a very big build. It's a very simple build. Won't take too long. So I guess at the end we'll just see if it works and see what the rates are like. I'll have to build an AFK platform up in the air, but we'll check it's working first, and then we'll see what the rates are. Okay, see you in a bit. Okay, welcome back guys, it's done, finally. Took a slightly bit longer than I expected it to, but it's working very well. So we have an AFK platform way up there, 115 blocks I think. I covered up the back with some random blocks just to block the light. I don't think the light is an issue, but you can never be too careful. I've already tested it a few times. I've been waiting up there for maybe 20-25 minutes, I can't quite remember how long, and it's producing a lot of redstone, which is great. Not so much gunpowder, I mean that's not a great amount, but it's passive income, so I shouldn't complain. Sugar, which is a kind of unusual outcome by the witches produce it. The bottles will be quite useful too. We do have plans for all these materials. The redstone in particular is going to be very, very good. I'm quite pleased. You're probably seeing now that I actually installed the minecart system. I don't know why. I thought that I didn't need it. I thought I could just AFK and sorry, not AFK. I thought I could just kill them with looting to get the better drops, but that wouldn't work, of course, because you're so far up for the spawns. They would just despawn by the time they fell down the hole. So I was kind of like correcting myself on that one. So we'll take these, they're generally good, we'll leave the rest for now. But we'll be back here, don't worry about that, we will certainly be back. And what we're going to do, we're going to go back and we're going to keep on working on the research station and finish off a bit of the interior. It's unlikely we'll finish the entire thing today because it's complex, but we'll see. Maybe we can. Right, so I've got to build another portal and get back to spawn, because as you can see on the top left, I'm a long way away from spawn. Okay, see you guys in a second. Welcome back everybody. This place is looking great, isn't it? I really like how this has turned out. So we've done a few jobs, we've come back, we're going to start working on the interior. Off camera I made a bit of an addition to the basement here. So we're going to start selling the redstone that we generated in the witch farm. So I built a little shop here. It's nothing spectacular. I've made about 1 stack of most of these things, or a bit more of I haven't made any pistons. That's a mistake. Yeah, we've got about 1 stack of everything here, and we'll put some prices on the barrels once we have enough to sell. But there's some people on the server who really need the redstone. So I think we're going to make a lot of money here. Well, yeah, don't mind that. Okay, so inside I also started a bit of renovation, so to speak. Previously this was just an empty space. I put in some walls to divide up the region. I do have plans for what I can put in these spaces, but for now I just wanted to get the kind of infrastructure in. These will end up being the scientific labs. We'll be looking at core that is brought up from underground. Anyway, we'll get to this. One block in Minecraft I think everyone likes using is bee nests. and they're useful because they look like kind of boxes, like for storage. I think it goes really well with these industrial themed builds. And I realized I had no honey. So, I mean, this is classic Minecraft, isn't it? You come back, you want to start something, you want to start decorating, and you realize you don't have something, so you go off on a side quest to go and get something else to help you make the thing that you wanted to do initially. It's a great game like this. So I had to go off last night while all the bees were asleep and pick up a few beehives, which I did. And I've used this extra room as a kind of impromptu honey making facility, or honeycomb making facility, because we'll need the honeycomb to make the bee nests, which we're going to substitute as kind of filing things. These are just blocks blocking off the top here, because one of the designs, oh, that's full already. These bees are working hard. They're also full. Wow. Okay, this is quite productive. One of the design choices that I've been making is to have these panels. I wanted the wall, can I get up here? Yeah, I'll use these grass blocks. I wanted the wall to reach up to the same level as the quartz stairs and the quartz slabs. So we have this kind of ventilation, almost a kind of like, I mean, what would you call this? It's like an extra part of the building just above everything else. I think it works out quite well. Maybe we'll change things around, but I've kind of like, what do you call this? Like bordered the walls with these. I think it's a good effect. The one room I have done is the classic storage room. This needed to be done because I was just getting overwhelmed with everything that I had in my different chests. So we've organized things in kind of a common way. One of the ways I like to do things. If I have a larger storage room, I like to have either the block in the floor or the block on the chest in a item frame. But this room is obviously nowhere near big enough for individual blocks. We have the common blocks in individual chests, of course, but hard to double up in some cases, and in other cases, it's anything to do with weapons, anything to do with mob drops, anything to do with copper. You know how this goes. It's dark outside, so it's a basic design. I quite like it. I might add a few more things to it. What we're going to do now, we're going to do, if I can get out of here, a bit of a montage, and we're going to fill in a lot of this empty space with some scientific equipment. Because as I keep saying, the whole objective of this build is so we can do some studying of this rift. This rift that's opened up at the back between my place and Matt's over there. I think Matt is online actually, so we might go and talk to him in a second. But for now, I'll get building. think we're done. I honestly think this is as good as it's going to get for now, anyway. I've just come back from the witch farm, so we've been spending a bit of time there, actually. Just getting components. As I mentioned previously, we will need redstone for ourselves, but with the excess materials, I figured I'd open my first shop on the server. And this is down here. It's in the basement of the build. Let's have a quick peek inside. People have already been here. I've already advertised it on the Discord. So we've had some visitors already. 1 diamond exit fee. Ah, that's a bit sneaky, isn't it? And a tip jar. A tip jar. Well, let's see if that gets any tips. I guess I should put a villager or someone behind it. That would be the play, I think. Make it look a bit more active and manned. And anyway, we've got some redstone components. I really only filled up with a few stacks of each. That's a stack and it's 2 stacks and a half actually. Things like rails are easy to come by actually in mine shafts, but other things like droppers and dispensers and observers, like they're difficult to craft. So I'm going to need to do a lot more time, a lot more work at the witch farm to get these materials. But we can start selling stuff for now, and if people want to buy, they want to buy. If no one wants to buy anything, that's fine. I'll be a bit sad, but that's the way things go. So we'll do a tour around here just to show you. I really like how this has come out. I really like it. So we've got the main building. We've got the 2 storage units. Or I said they might be storage units initially. They haven't really turned into storage units at the moment, but so you come in and there's a front desk as usual. If you've ever been inside a building like a research station, a research laboratory, you'll obviously have somebody making sure that the person coming in is supposed to be there. What are you doing here? What are you doing here? When they come in, they talk to the receptionist, and they need to. Okay, these signs everywhere. They need to put their lab coats on. So let me demonstrate this. Let me just stick all this random stuff in there. So remove clothes. Let's do this. We'll take all this off. Let's just go inside. Whoa! Oh, wait a second. What do I look like now? I've got my lab coat on. So it's a dispenser that gives you white clothes. I think that's kind of cool. And it looks like you're wearing a lab coat. So we're going to go around with our lab coats on. Lab coats must be worn. So the inside is pretty stochastic in a way. We've still got the bee farm in there, which I definitely need to sort out. I'm going to leave it for now, but it's going to stay there. Well, for now, it's going to change in the future. We've got this, which is like a kind of power station generator. I'm not sure what it's supposed to be, but it has a pipe leading up, so it looks scientific. We've got bookshelves and empty bookshelves. We've got some miniature blocks using one of the add-ons that we have on the server. Level 1 access to, I didn't mean to do that, to the storage room. We've seen this before on the camera. This has got everything nicely categorized. The bees are escaping. This is very helpful. This is much improved from what it was before. I hope 8 Mice also appreciates it too. We're not going to go in there because the bees will get out. They have been getting out every time I've been going in and out of the room. Level 2 access, let's go through here. These are workstations, or desks, I guess, for the scientists. Oh, poor bee, he's trying to get back to his flowers. I'll have to sort all this out with some leads. Some workstations, desks for the scientists, for the geologists who are working here. This is like a kind of meeting space. Everyone can get together and talk about what they've found. Here's one of the extra like offshoots that we have. We've got some random storage here. Oh my God. If I find out who's left these signs, I'm going to get them. We've got some random storage with some seats and some more desks to work. This is supposed to be a kind of microscope. Not like a desktop microscope, that would be quite small. We have larger bits of equipment that we use in geosciences sometimes, called scanning electron microscopes and electron microprobes. And instead of using light, they use electron beams to analyze materials. So I stuck a dried up gas underneath one of the electron beams here. It's not really supposed to be anything at all, but I think it fits the bill here. It looks scientific enough. Yeah. what are you going to do? Here's the second of the storage rooms. This is much more storage. There's less going on here. But I think the decor has turned out quite nicely in the end. I took some cobwebs here just for added effect. And these were really good, these beehives. That was what I needed the bee farm for initially. I'm pleased with how this has come out. These end rods are a great lighting source for this style of build as well. So I'm really quite happy. We'll go outside and we'll take a kind of flyover. Oh no, I've got to get rid of those signs. We'll take a kind of flyover just to show you everything. I need to honor my elytra. Better not be a creep anywhere near. Every time I pause outside, I always get worried that a creeper's going to destroy me. So here's the lab. This room at the top actually is currently empty. I haven't done anything with this. It's empty space. If you can think of something to do with this, please let me know, and I'll try and build it. I could think of a few things, but you know, if you want to get involved with shaping the server, please make a suggestion. The top, I think, the top is rarely seen, but I think the top has turned out nicely as well. I like the alternating daylight detectors, and just gives it a bit more texture and color. And yeah, this is like the overside of those roof panels. I guess it's a bit exposed here, but people aren't really going to be coming to the top of this, so I guess I'm fine with it. That's Matt's base over there. Had a good chat with Matt earlier. Who else is there? This is the Crimson Highway going all along the edge of the coast. Put some torches up just to kind of highlight it. Need to get more torches all the way down there. This is off towards Honourable and Cherry, I think. They're basing together. I think I said this previously. This is Laurie and Pre. And then we have Fern and Toby over there, I think. Crumble's over there. I forget exactly where everybody is, but you know, we're only a month or two into the server at the moment, so when everyone's a bit more developed, I'm sure we'll get some more infrastructure going. So you know, let's leave things there. I'm pretty pleased. We didn't do any more investigation of the rift this episode. That will come next episode. But of course, in order to start our investigations, we need to have a place to do the work. So now this is built, I'm really quite happy. What is going on with these cracks in the ground and this lava coming to the surface? I do not know. But I tell you what, I'm going to find out. So if you want to learn more, please join me in the next episode. Thanks a lot, guys. Goodbye.